Hey guys, welcome back. Episode number 6 here with your Ottawa Senators. I apologize in advance. I'm recording this kind of early in the morning. I gotta get to work, but I want to get this over with. And did one move yesterday when I was scouting. I decided to go ahead and just make the trade. I'll show you the trade here, and I did something else as well. So I traded Justin Schultz and Connor McLennan. That's one of our prospects to New Jersey for Damon Severson. So I went with Severson. He was the cheaper option out of everybody. Sorry, almost choked there. Parayko did. I tried Parayko. He did come here, but he didn't want to re-sign. And then I tried Ristolainen. He didn't want to sign. There's a lot of guys. Seth Jones was too high, so I decided to go with the cheaper option. And then look at the +5 right there. Now, how did I get +5? So I put stuff in like group chats on Facebook and whatnot. So there's this guy. I apologize in advance, sir, if I mess your name up, but Martin Talasny. My apologies. I 100% apologize. He suggested to change Shabbat's play type and change Severson's play type. So Shabbat was a two-way defenseman. Now he should be an offense defenseman. I changed that. I don't know why it still says two-way defender, but I did change him to an offense defenseman. And then Severson, I made a defensive defenseman instead. So originally, as the two ways, they were still +3, but now with an offense and a defensive defenseman, we're +5 there. So Severson's an 89 playing, or an 84 playing like an 89. Shabbat's a 92 playing like a 97. So let's hope Shabbat carries this 100% all the way. Just in case you don't believe me 100% that I changed it, I can quickly go into the edit player. I thought about redoing it all, but I decided to do it this way, i.e. showing you guys the trade after the fact, only because then I didn't have to go through and edit everything. So if you take a look there, offensive defenseman now is his playing type, and Severson's now a defensive defenseman play type. So that's the big move right there, guys, to help Thomas Chabot. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who commented on that post. I had a lot of good options. I have also had Ryan Ellis as an option, TJ Brody, but in the end, it's Damon Severson, and thank you to Martin for that suggestion. Now we have a +5 line chemistry here in Ottawa, so the first defensive core or defensive line is going to be probably the best defensive line in the NHL. We can go take one more look at players for depth for the trades deadline. So let's take a look here. Not much also in the likes of players. Chris Letang, same thing. He had too much value to try and acquire. Hurdle would be nice. Would be ideal 1 year, but he's signed for another 6, so not the greatest. I don't see much in the way of players that we could get. I'm just looking for 1-year deals, which is not a common thing here. I see a lot of 2, 3. You saw Vander Kane with the 4. Like Pacioretty would be great for depth, but he's 2 more years at $6.9 million. Does not help us. And technically, with the Severson trade, we saved a little bit of cap. We saved, I think, about $1 million worth of cap. Patrice Bergeron, like I said, would be nice, but he's extended for another year. It's 7.7. We don't want that. I'm pretty much fine when it comes to centers, obviously. We obviously know our center core is probably one of the greatest in the NHL. What about Nino Niederreiter? He doesn't fit that. Okay, that's fine. So I'm looking more for a winger, i.e. that bottom forward lines. Remember, I think Wayne Simmons is on the last year of his deal. So not 100% if he wants to sign or not, but looks like we're not going to get much in the way of trades, which is fine. I do like the way our team is looking. Actually, now they look at Kelly Yarncroc. Fits line 2. No trades found. Of course, there's no trades found. Yeah, there's not much else. So that's where we're going to stay, guys. We're going to get just Damon Severson at the trade deadline. So I think moving forward, let's take a look at Shabbat's point. Oh, my bad, wrong button. Take a look at Shabbat's points, and we'll just compare at the end of the season when this is all said and done. So Shabbat, I'm going to save this. He's got 44 points as a two-way defender. Let's see how many points he can get as an offensive defenseman before the season's over. Severson, 27 points. That's changed. He's minus 31 with the Devils. Oh my god. I just saw that. Let's change that. So let's sim the rest of the season. The plan is if we make the playoffs, round one's going to be another episode. Zaitsev's happy I kept. Yeah, we traded Zaitsev in case everyone was not here last episode. Zaitsev wanted out. So the only way we could get rid of him is with Logan Brown. And Logan Brown, I found, was not developing properly. So we got him. We just got Sean Walker back. That's it. How we're losing, of course. Okay, there we go. Another win. We're still sitting second by 1 point. Taylor Hall with a sore shoulder. We're trying to keep on to that second spot. By the looks of it, if we make the playoffs and everything stays the same, we would play the Panthers. So we're going to have to scout that team after and see what that team's all about. Michael Carconi in the Niners. Taylor Hall is back. Taylor Hall. Now all we need to do is make these forward lines like a +5. That'd be the best. That'd be great if we get a +5. We have got second place right now by a wide margin, but I don't want to jinx anything. It can happen. +5 still on that. I'm just loving the +5 up there. And then the other thing we could do is, I know that Branstrom doesn't fit much with anybody else. We can change him a bit. I do want to keep Branstrom. He does develop well. Multiple players on Ottawa. This is going to be recovering from injuries. Kachuk and Allmark was injured. I don't remember Allmark at all being injured. Nevertheless, Allmark's back, and I'm still waiting on one guy, so I'm not going to send Gustafson down just yet, because you never know with goaltenders. And I can see right there, we have an X beside us. We've made the playoffs. The Ottawa Senators, after such a long time, are going back to the playoffs, and I believe we are just going to play the Florida Panthers. I could already tell. Here we go. Multiple players on Belleville, best lines. And we finished the season 41, 33, and 8. That's good for second place in the division. We're going to play the Lightning instead. Patent pending that game, we'll see. Yeah, so we're going to play the Tampa Bay Lightning instead. That's a harder opponent than the Panthers. So why don't we take a look at the stats first? I haven't had you guys here much, only 8 minutes, so we're going well. So Thomas Chabot will do first. 44 points. He got 15 more points he was pretty much a point per game player since acquiring Severson, which was not bad actually. So once again, thank you for the suggestion. He helped very well. He got more points. That's what we wanted. Matt Barzal led the way, those 60 assists. Taylor Hall, 35 goals, led the way, almost a 40-goal scorer. So the first line, it's 78, 66, and 58 points. Second line, 45, 43, 41. Batherson had 38 on the third line, so that was a good year for us all around, I think. Formanton, the only one I think needs a little bit more development. He's only got 18 points. He still lists as a depth forward at 82 overall, which I find is a bit bizarre. We could try and move Alex Formanton next because of his development not going 100%. Bernard Docker, 17 points in his first year, but back to Formanton, sorry. So first full year in the NHL, he had 18 points. I don't think that's bad all around, but clearly he's not developing well. If he's at 82, still is a depth forward. We could see at the draft when we get there because we're going to focus on the playoffs. We've made the playoffs, boys. Let's just keep that high, our heads held high. Philip Grubauer led the way, 28 wins, .98, 918 save percentage, 249 goals against average. Not too bad. Could have been better. He had 2 assists. That's not bad. He had 6 shutouts. Sorry, I'm going back there. 6 shutouts to Allmark's 1. I haven't done this in a while. Let's check the NHL standings for points and everything. So, Mikko Rantanen led the way, 115 points, tied with Nugent Hopkins. McKinnon, Draisaitl not too far behind. So, if Draisaitl and Nugent are there, where's McDavid? 91 points. Because that's about right. Okay. Capo Caco, James Neal at 85 points. What is he now? Listed as an 84. 44 goals. Impressive. Impressive. So none of our guys are in the top, obviously. When it comes to defensive, let's see. Shabbat? Nowhere close. John Carlson led by 83 points. Quinn Hughes, Drew Doughty, Seth Jones. Seth Jones, see, I told you, Seth Jones would have been great to add to the team. But, of course, he didn't want to, or he's too high value to acquire, and it was just not going to work. But let's see what happens next season with Shabbat playing a full season with Severson. We beat out Carlson. That's the main point. Goaltenders, when it comes to wins, Carter Hart, 46 wins. I know Philadelphia was killing it in the Metro. Once again, we are nowhere close up there. We are still young. So, I mean, having Philip Grubauer, I mean, he's 30, but only at not too high on the wins. But still, we had a good year. I'm just going to leave it at that. We had a good year. Rookies, Alexis Lafreniere led the way, 55 points. Cole Perfetti, 52. Svechnikov. I don't think we had. We had a couple, but I mean Bernard Docker, Alex Formanton, nothing special. So I don't think we're taking home any hardware, which is okay. We'll check the team stats quickly. We don't check that much, but we'll check it anyway. So when it comes to division-wise, we finished second, 41 wins. Toronto led the way with 52. Well, remember what I said, though. Toronto, they can play well, but they will fall. When it comes to goals for, we were fourth in the division with 231. Toronto led the way once again, 273. And you're taking a look there, Tampa Bay 247. So they scored a couple more goals than we did. Just over 3 goals a game. When it comes to goals allowed, wrong way, sorry. We were second, which is surprising because with the minuses, you'd think we were a terrible team. But Tampa Bay's got 26 more goals more allowed than we have. So they've let in more than they've scored. So that is interesting. We are the opposite. We've scored just a smidge more than they have. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. When it comes to the power play percentage, we were second. So looking at Tampa again, a stacked Tampa team is putting up 15% on the power play, which surprises me. We're going to take a look at that Tampa team. There's no way this team is struggling. Mind you, if you've ever played this game, you know what happens. Tampa can't win a game to save their life. When it comes to penalty kill, we're top of the division. So we have a great special teams. So kudos to the coaching staff and the players. But for some reason, once again, Tampa struggles, which I don't understand in this game, considering how stacked they are, and we'll find out how stacked they are soon. We're not that good at home, but we're better on the road. That's fine. And we didn't finish the best in the last 10, but it is something. I guess I should sim up so we get the lightning. Okay, perfect. We're listed as contenders now. See? So probably some guys are developing, which is great to see. Tampa Bay, sorry. Okay, so Alex Killorn, Steven Stamkos, Nikita Kucherov. That shouldn't be that much of a problem, those two right there, because that's 290s, also pending on their chemistry. Then you have Justin Williams at 79, interesting. Braden Point, 88. Palat, 85. Gord, 84. Coleman, 80. Joseph, Johnson, Ryan, Kajula. Unless their chemistry down here is like +5, I don't understand why 282s are playing on the fourth line, mind you. These two, right? 284s, but then it's 79. So this team's all over the board, considering he's a center. He'd be better than Blake Coleman right there. But there's something going on with their chemistry, I think. So I'm going to say right away that they're looking like the better team overall-wise. Like 84, 90, 91. I could probably go into the menu and show you that they're a better team. We'll check for injuries because I'm wondering if they have an injury somewhere. Defense, though, Hedman, Sergachev, that is a great first line. Their first line beats out us. McDonough, Coburn, same line as us, essentially. We have Branchman was an 83. Bernard Docker's an 81, so it's roughly the same. And then Mikko Mueller and Chris Russell, I think we have the better fourth line. So they're going to beat us in any way, shape, or form. Vasilevsky, but they're Hugo Alnefelt. So if Vasilevsky gets injured, they're kind of squat. They're not the greatest when it comes to that. Anthony Cirelli, Taylor Radish, Thomas Vanek. Okay. So, like I said, I think they got the better team all around, but they didn't have a good enough season. Like us, we had the better season. Um, kind of it for me here, guys. I mean, I don't want to start the playoffs without starting a new episode. I could take a look at the contracts though before, just something that who needs to be signed. Eric Branstrom needs to be signed. He had 6 point. He did not have 6 points. He had how many points this year? He had 17 points. How much does he want? Holy moly. We're going to have to play with that number a bit. I don't want to give him 4.5 just yet. Josh Norris wants a contract. Yes, that's fine, actually. Because he's going to make an NHL debut soon. Rudolph Balcers needs a contract. Brendan Peary, Sean Walker. Okay, so I kind of know where I'm going at with these. Philip Grubauer wants a contract. Philip Gustafson wants a contract. Okay. Interesting. All right. So that is it for me, guys. Here in this episode, that was a shorter episode than usual. We're sitting at 16 minutes. Usually it's 26 minutes. But so you guys let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the Severson move. I like it. I like the idea we were given by the Facebook viewers. Once again, I apologize if I got your name wrong, but it's a +5 on defense now. So 89 and a 97 right there on the first line. Do we have the first line of Tampa Bay beat? Possibly. Now that I think a bit more of the chemistry of a 97 and 89. So 25 and 27, though, they're perfect 2 years apart. We have a lot of time left with these two. So these two are going to be the cornerstones for the first line. Nothing's changing about that. Still a +1 here. And then the +0. Sorry, there's no plus on 0. We could try and still move things around if we need to in the playoffs. We do have options. I mean, just try to see +3 here. -1. Yeah, so we can move stuff around and it won't 100% hurt us. But, I mean, we can work this out when we play Tampa. We can work this out. So that's it for me, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure you're ready for episode number 7 after this when we play Tampa and the first time we ever make the playoffs in this series. I think we have a nice up-and-coming team. You guys let me know what you think about our up-and-coming team. Have we got enough pieces to classify ourselves as a champion, or do we need like a couple more to balance it out? Let me know about the move also. I said already the move about David Severson, but the move of the +5. Let me know about the +5. But that's it for me. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next episode.